It's now, it's now. The only time is now. No other time is possible. It's now, it's now, it's now.
What time is it?
It's now.
How about we're in for a rare treat. Well, we're not, because I love her and I see her a lot, but you're in for a rare treat because we have Vanda Mikoloski here, and she does spiritual comedy. So, come on in and say hi.
Vanda Mikoloski, ladies and gentlemen.
You guys. Watch your head.
Watch your head, watch your head.
Hi, honey. You look great. I love your hair. It's so cute.
Hello, Vanda.
Nice to meet you.
Dawn and Donna.
Donna.
Look, I dressed for them.
Hey, Donna.
Fantastic. I got all self-conscious about my shoes.
Yeah.
No, because women know they don't. We're never judged because we know what we're doing. So
Women have it together.
you look fabulous. Your shoes look great. They're really.
I don't
good.
know. I don't know if I know what I'm doing. I make everything I wear, you know.
Oh, you do?
Well,
Yeah, and it looks great. And
Thanks.
there you go.
You just did that, whipped that up this afternoon on
yeah,
the way
for the
here?
show, yeah.
Oh,
No,
well,
actually, these are the coolest jeans. They are a work in progress that I've had. Like parts of this part was in 1977. I embroidered this.
God.
Remember
Wow.
when embroidery first was
Oh,
hot?
yeah.
Back in, you remember back in the day. And this was my first boyfriend. You know, my father was a little bit racist, and so he said, when you go away to school, never date anyone of color. And so I found the first biggest, blackest guy I could find. That was his afro right there. So yeah. Hi.
Hello,
Hi.
Vanda.
So tell us what you're doing now. I know what you're doing now, but tell us what you're doing. Tell us what happened. How did you become? What made you decide to do spiritual comedy? Because I know you did stand-up comedy and you were on TV and you did a lot of stand-up, and all of a sudden you decided to go into this new venue of spiritual.
Well, I was done. I mean, I was a comic in the '80s, like Jeff and
The boom.
And, actually, Jeff, you were a comic in the what?
70s.
70s.
Yeah, we
okay,
started the
yeah.
boom.
See, I used to
Me too, hello.
interrupt lovemaking in order to watch Johnny Carson. I might have seen you.
Well, you probably did.
Yeah. So, oh, sorry.
You were the
Is
one.
this a clean show? I
No,
can't.
whatever you
we're
want.
filthy.
We're
Okay.
like, we're spiritual.
I
but
used to
we're not
interrupt
dead.
coitus with Bill Maher in order to watch
Oh,
you.
no, no.
Okay.
That's really being politically incorrect.
Sexually incorrect, right? Yeah.
Was it a real time?
Oh,
No,
ba-dum-bum.
okay.
Ba-dum-bum.
So, yeah.
No, so I was a comic in the 80s, and I, was just loving it. It was a rock and roll lifestyle, and I was young and could bounce back from a lot. Then as I got into my 30s, I started getting television stuff and everything, and then I was like, you know what? I can't handle the drugs and alcohol like I, could in my 20s, so I just left, and I went on my own little spiritual search up to the Pacific Northwest, thinking I had to choose between the worldly ambitions and my spiritual life, So I meditated with my guru, studied yoga, and then I kind of got tired of, being reclusive, and I said, my brother was involved with the movie What the Bleep Do We Know?
Yeah.
Right.
All about quantum physics and the nature of reality and all that. And he said, why don't you do stand-up again? I go, I'm 45 at the time. I go, I don't want to be in nightclubs ever again. I just don't. I'm sober, So then he said, why don't you talk about everything you care to talk about that you read, and what if you can make it go exactly the way you say it's going to go? I go, I hadn't thought of that. Like possibilities, unlimited.
Really good. Like create what you really, really want?
The secret revealed.
That's kooky, yeah. But so yeah, I went, I might as well, because I was kind of hiding out up there, and I packed all a car full of whatever would fit in my Honda Civic and drove down here. A friend said, I got an apartment in Venice for you for $700 a month. I'm like, where do I send the check? And so I've somehow gotten by without a job for the last year. I taught yoga on Venice Beach.
Right.
And so I love teaching yoga. It's just great. And I'm not a good yoga teacher, though. As you know, I smoke and I judge people. But
You practice judgment.
That's right. So your class gets full and
down dog, lard ass.
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry. You're so erudite and refined. I'm so sorry that the British guy and the shoe lady.
But they're spiritual.
Yeah,
No,
they're
if
spiritual.
you
They
read
get
that-
you.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
They're right there with you.
Oh, you haven't read the book. I'm right there with you.
Okay. What? Did we go to rehab together?
Could have.
Yeah. It's so funny. In Los Angeles, you meet a new girlfriend and you have to like review who you slept with from back in the day. You know, like we started having sex before you could die from it, and cocaine
That's right.
before you could die from it, right? It was big piles. It was elegant, you know, and no one knew there'd be like crack and really refined. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was we were in our 20s. We were resilient, and now it's just like, oh my God. You
How
know?
did we live?
It's now, the only time is now. No other time is possible. It's